I'm going to show you how I'm up potting my hybrid ground cherry tomatoes, ground yellow cherry tomatoes, I guess. They're a hybrid Husk tomato. So I'm just going to show you how I'm up potting them. Any tomato you always want to up pot once they get so big. I started these guys in a 6 cell. Then I moved them to these little red solo cup thingy-merjiggies, all food grade adequate. And so now I have mixed some new soil. Let's go ahead and flip you around here. Here is the new soil. This is actually an old pot that was last year. And these little guys here, you can see there's a couple more. These guys, I already did one. It's already up on the porch, and I realized, oh crap, I better show you guys how I'm doing this. And this is the sacrifice one that I'm probably going to take out of here, because you can see we do have the flowers starting to grow, and it's starting to shade the flowers. So I'm going to have to repot that guy too. Okay, so here's what I want you to know. I used some, turn it around. This is the soil from this pot from last year. So you can see it's a darker, real dark, gunky soil, and it is damp because we got a good rain. So I put half of this in here, mixed it up. You know that tomatoes take a lot of the nutrients out of the soil. So I went ahead and amended it. You see how thick that is? So I amended it with same amount of perlite into this big bucket. I just took the rest of it and put it in there. This is the organic raised bed soil I'm using right now, and this is all fresh, not spent. So I mixed all three of those together to get this. Now we're going to simply, I already patted this down, so now I'm just gonna kind of make this little hole here, like so. Hopefully you can see that. And we're gonna stick it in there. Now with my tomatoes, and these specific tomatoes that I've grown with my experience, is that if you plant them and you put the soil up further than what it already is, it's going to set them back a hair. So it's going to slow them down with growing till they get more established, because the stem is just like a regular tomato and it'll have to grow a couple more roots. With mine, I don't do that. I plant them into the new big pot only up to where the soil already is. I do not dig them any deeper. I do not plant them any deeper. They establish a lot of roots. Like, I literally just planted this guy a week or so ago. I think maybe a week ago. I'd have to check on my YouTube channel. It's only a week or maybe 2 weeks ago, and look how big it is. It's huge. Okay, it's got a couple of flowers. I'll go ahead, let me flip you backwards here so you can see. It's already got flowers budding, and you can see inside there, nice healthy stem, beautiful leaves, not too much powdery mildew or anything. Like I said, there are buds in there. And let me do a quick look. This one does not have any baby tomatoes on it, although I got another one up here on the, let me see here. Here's another one. You can see how thick their stems are in there. And there you go. See that little green bubble thing? That is actually a tomato. So it gets this beautiful little flower, and then that flower will close up and form that. And as soon as it falls off plant, that is. So we've got the hole dug. Here's my plant. I really don't have anywhere to prop you, so I'm hoping, oh, here, I know what I can do with you. I'll stick you right here on this bucket. Maybe. Oh, that's not going to work. Here, maybe if we put this over here. and get you stable on some level ground. That might help. All right. So what I did was I took a regular old butter knife. I stuck it in the sides and worked myself all the way around to loosen it out of the pot. There are drainage holes on the bottom, but no hole in the center for me to poke it out. So now that I'm ready to replant it, I'm going to stick my hands down in between here and grab the stem, flip it upside down over the new pot. So any soil that we do lose is in the new pot. I'll show you here, now that he's all dirty. Shake him off a hair. Look at all those roots already. OMG. In just a matter of a couple of days, or a couple of weeks, it's got plenty of good root. So I'm literally sticking this right in the hole that I just made, which this hole's actually not quite deep enough because the soil that was on the top just fell in. So let's see if I can grab you up, turn you around. Here my hand is still holding it, and you can zoom in and see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just literally going to push all this soil. They call it backfilling it. So I'm going to push the soil right up to the rest of the roots. I don't know if you can see this or not, especially one-handed. But here you go. That's better. See down this way, I'm just going to bring it up. You can see where the roots are. I'm literally just pushing that soil up to where the roots are, making sure that the root ball is pushed down here so it's secure. You don't want it all floppy and sloppy. All right, I think that's about good. Let me go ahead and stick you right back here a minute and double check to make sure I don't have any leaves that are buried. Like I said, I'm not bringing that soil up to any further of the stem than is already there. Here we have one leaf that is shriveled up, that got damaged by the backsplash of the rain yesterday. Looks like we got 2 leaves there that are like that. We have a couple of baby suckers. So I'm just gonna pinch those sucker leaves off. And that's just so that it doesn't get contaminated or have any problems with when I water it, because I'm gonna still water this guy in. Oh, and there's one more right there. There we go. And this guy looks like he's got a little bit of blight on him, so I'm going to take him out too. We're going to push this soil right up to the rootstock. Tuck that rootstock in really good. Now, I'm not pushing that hard on this soil, but I am pushing a little just to make sure that he's got good stability. And I'll show you here. Here we go. All right, and you can see where his roots still are. That's the original soil. I did not cover that, but you can still also see where his stem is. And he is a little bit on that, he grew a little crooked there. So he also looks a little crooked here in the pot. But that's okay, because he's going to be established. And now all I'm going to do is I have a jug of water-soluble fertilizer up there on the porch, and I have a jug of regular water on the porch. And what I'm going to do now that I got him in here, and he has not been watered since yesterday's rain, so I'm going to give him about half of this cup's worth of fertilizer right up by his roots, and then I'm going to water him down with a couple of good juggas rounds of regular water, just to moisten all of the soil, because he went from this little cup, we'll do a comparison here, maybe, there you go, that little cup to this big old pot. And the reason we did this is so that that way I do not have to continuously up pot them every couple of weeks and keep coming out here to do this. I have a lot of other things that I want to get accomplished. So that is exactly how I up potted my leaves, or my tomatoes. And you do see, yeah, their leaves are curling up a little. I did not water him this morning either. So we had some pretty excruciating heat today. I think it got to like 87. So he did get pretty dry, but you've seen that that soil is pretty moist. The soil in the bag there is pretty moist as well. And then of course perlite is dry. So I just mix that all in. So now that he's nice and situated, I will put him up on my porch, find his permanent spot, and then give him a good juice. Give him a small drink of fertilizer and then water him in good. We're supposed to get rain within the next day or two. So we'll be watering him in by the natural rain and then let him grow. So thank you for watching. Make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, like and subscribe, share this with your friends and family. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers, and then I'm going to do something. I don't know what yet. I want to do a giveaway or something. Maybe a diffuser, a portable diffuser that I make or something homemade, because I don't know how to ship plants yet. But we have a little boy that's running around loose. But that's what I got. So thank you very much. Remember, you are someone. You do matter. I love you. And we'll see you on the next video. Go ahead and grow something. Learn and experience and see what happens. Until then, ciao now.